Hello everyone, my name is MJ Vilches, and welcome to part 4 of the Underland Chronicles Art Challenge making of the comic cinematic for this month's entry for the challenge, which is a scene from chapter 11 or 10 of book 2 of the Underland Chronicles by Suzanne Collins. It's Gregor and the Prophecy of Bane, the actual title of the book, and it's the second book in the series of books by Suzanne Collins called The Underland Chronicles. And yeah, I'm bringing to life a few of the scenes through this challenge, and hopefully you like it. But yeah, for this part, I'm going to be working on some lighting and shading for the artwork, which is called The Shiners, which is the part in the book where Gregor first meets the Shiners. And yeah, if you haven't read the books yet, this series of making of stuff is he's gonna have a lot of spoilers on the book and the story. So if you want to read the story, go give it a read. But yeah, right now we are gonna be working on some lighting and rendering. So let's get started with that. So for this, we have our nice scene here. It's in 2D, 3D kind of thing. It's Blender. It's nice. And we're doing some comic cinematic. I can do like a parallax motion. From the previous parts, we colored Gregor, the boat, and one of the fireflies. I even made a mistake, but I fixed it off recording. And I also added some fills on this one. And nope, Night Owl Games, you are not late. I just started. And yeah, welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. So yeah, you can probably not hear me. Not late. Just gonna chat. Not late. Just started. And yeah, let's go. Let's add some lights. So for this, I'm gonna change this to a rendered view, rendered shading. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add lights on our scene. So I want the boat to have a torch. So I guess that's the first thing we're gonna add before we add the lighting from the fireflies' butts. So fireflies are their source of light. Like they hire fireflies to be a source of light during long journeys. So we're gonna be adding a bunch of lights here. So we have the grease pencil collection. I'm gonna add a new one and call the new collection Lights. And put that under the camera here. I should actually put it inside the camera and just call this collection Camera and Lights, so that I have like one collection for the camera and the lighting. So we have our lights here, lights collection. I make sure that I selected that in the scene collection there. And I'm gonna position the cursor somewhere around here, and it's difficult to do that in grease pencil. Actually, it's easy when you're working in 3D, because when you click the 3D cursor. I'm using right click select option here. Like a navigation. In navigating Blender, I'm using the right click select because it's what I'm used to be doing. But if you're like a new to Blender, you're probably gonna end up using the I think it's an interface. It's not. I think it's a key map, and you're gonna be using the left select with the mouse button, but I'm using the right click select, so things are gonna be different if you're like using Blender. If you're new to Blender and by default right now Blender defaults to the left click select, but I'm just used to right click select that I'm using it. But anyways, when I select the boat here, I'm gonna tab to edit mode and Shift S cursor to select, and I selected a point there, and Shift S cursor to selected. Actually, that's not the part that I want. I'm just gonna lock that. Let's go line boat. I'm gonna Shift S cursor to selected on this point right here, so the 3D cursor is right there. I'm gonna select light collection again. Shift A, light. I'm gonna add a point lamp. I'll put that right over here. So yeah, point lamp right there, I think. I'm gonna make that yellowish orange because this is a torch which is gonna be off camera, and set it to 1,000 power, which is I think kind of weak. Let's make that 2,000 so that we can really see it right there. So we're gonna start with Gregor here. So yeah, this is actually not gradient. Not all games. It looks like it's gradient because it's doing some lighting. Like the light is affecting this 2D grease pencil layer here, which is really nice. This is something that I really like. Hello there, Scared Flyer. Welcome back to the stream. It's been a while. Not sure if you can hear me or you're playing Apex Legends while watching the stream, but I'm gonna know soon enough if you're gonna reply to that comment or whatever I just said. Anyways, I'm gonna shift D this light to the other side here so that we also have lighting right there. And that's just it for the torch lights. Next, I'm gonna shift D that and move it right below the Firefly here. So I'm gonna put it right below the Firefly right there. They're flying over the water. So there's actually something I want to do with the water there. And this light is actually gonna be changing its color because photos glows light, but it's gonna be changing colors throughout the comic cinematic because that's how it is in the book. And I'm probably gonna move them around a little bit. No, probably not. It's just gonna be camera motion and their wings are gonna be animated. And then, yeah, Scared Flyer can hear. But is he or is he not playing Apex Legends is the question. Scared Flyer is Mbuddy. Okay, there we go, 5,000. And Mbuddy is just one of the great humans who supported the project. Supports the project. So thank you so much for that, Mbuddy. Can't like thank you enough for the support that you keep on giving. So I'm just gonna go do that. Add lighting there. Make this yellowish. That it's different. So there's something I want to do with the water that I want to make it more water. And then this is something that I'm gonna cheat a little bit here for the waterway. Instead of using this huge mass of a 2D element, I'm actually gonna use 3Ds. I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna go grease pencil waterway. Actually, I'm not gonna delete that. I'm just gonna turn that off in render and turn that off in the viewport. Well, first, I'm going to actually select some of the lines here. I'm gonna put the cursor right there, and then I'm gonna unshow this. I'm gonna create a new collection, and for the first time in this comics cinematics, I think it's the first time we're gonna be using a 3D object. 3D objects. So I'm gonna shift A. I'm gonna add a plane and do something like this. That would be nice. I'm gonna add material, all this waterway. Probably make it a greenish something. I also want to make the world be really it's just black, because this is like darkness. And I'm just gonna go probably do something like that. Nah, that's a bad idea. Probably just tab into edit mode here and really scale that up right there. I'm gonna be adding a texture to this later on, or right now actually. I can add the texture right now. We're gonna go to normal. I'm gonna add, actually I'm going to have to go open up a new works, not the texture paint workspace. Delete that. I'm gonna add a this is a little extra thing that I want to do here. So we have that. Let's make this darker. This is gonna be metallic, and specular I'm gonna reduce a bit and reduce the roughness. And then I'm gonna go add a texture. This is gonna be a noise texture. I'm gonna add it to normal. So I'm gonna add a I think it's vector. Yeah, vector bump. Connect this noise texture to the height and connect the normal of the bump to the normal of the principal BSDF shader. And we're gonna wait for it to load up, compile the shader. And we're gonna soon see. Let me just reduce this really, make this really big, 100. And as you can see, we can see like the water texture going on there. Maybe I can bring this up a bit. So yeah, we're seeing the water there, but I probably need to adjust the light. Or make it more powerful. Or I could up the roughness to about 0.75 maybe. So it should be just really dark, but not that dark. Maybe I'm gonna add a bit of light there. Make it brown. Because they're like in total darkness. Because they're underground, there's no other light source. But I might actually add a bit of something there in the background. Or not. Maybe it's just that. So yeah, Scared Fly. I mean, Night Owl Games saying a lot of stuff here. Yep, this is cool. I'm gonna add a distortion here for the water. Probably not too much. Maybe increase the roughness a lot. 0.5. Scale this to about 200. And I'm gonna go attach generated texture coordinate here in the vector. I probably have to reduce, set the distortion to 0 because it doesn't look great. And maybe 150 for the water. And there we go. Now the light, I want to make it bigger if I can, or just brighter. I'm gonna try 10,000 for the light. Probably a bad idea. No, 5,000 is better. So we have that there. Let me just reduce the roughness here a bit, just to give it more watery. I'm going to have to set ambient occlusion and screen space reflections here. And maybe to add a bit of a reflection to the environment, we're gonna add an HDRI here. So I'm gonna go environment texture. I'm gonna open an HDRI of a cave that I got here from HDRI Haven. This one, cave wall. But this is probably pointless because I'm just gonna go 0.1 this. Let's see if I can rotate here. So I'm gonna go input texture coordinate, make this generated, and then gonna go vector mapping. This should help me this is just gonna allow me to rotate the background so that we can put it somewhere like that, I guess. If I set that to 1, that's not gonna be great. 0.01, it's too dark. 0.1, it might be better, but I don't want it to 0.01, 0.02. I want it to be just a subtle thing in the background there. Yeah, they are hovering above water, and Gregor is on a boat, and it's all just an illusion. I will have to animate the water, I think. But why does it look like that? I'm gonna have to go back to object. Strength is too much, maybe? Oh yeah, I'm gonna increase the distance here by 10. Just to really have that curl in the water there. Yeah, increase the roughness. Probably 100 will do for the water. No, 130 then. There we go. No, he's in a boat. He's in a boat. He's in a boat. If you don't move the camera down, he doesn't look like he's drowning. He's in a boat. He's in a boat. It's all just an illusion. I'm going to have to cut this right here. Oh boy, our view can't even display everything, so I'm going to have to change that to about 5,000 meters so we can see. And I'm gonna delete this part right here. I don't. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna delete this part right, or bring it down, or just delete it. Oh, bad idea to delete it. Let me grab that again. I'm just gonna control Z, and I'm gonna bring this back closer to Gregor here. I'm going to have to move this closer to Gregor as well, and then move this down. And there we go. Gregor's on a boat again. He's not drowning. He's not drowning. It's not sinking. It's not sinking. And Gregor has a complete body. He has legs. He's not PewDiePie. Anyways, this is a boat. This is a boat. This is a boat. So there we go. That's looking nice. Let's go back to lighting. So water looks nice there. I probably have to bring it down a bit more. And there we go. There we go. That looks nice. So we have lights for the butt of the fireflies. Now let's go add some shadings on Gregor. And for me, and one of the things that I do to do that is I actually add the rim effect, and that should immediately show you what I'm aiming for here. I'm gonna first start with the rim from the fireflies. I'm gonna set the samples to about 10 and make this blurry because they're far away. Probably about 100 pixels. Make that like that, I guess. Thanks, Night Owl Games. I'm gonna go 200. There we go. I'm gonna add a rim effect again. And add the same one behind Gregor here. For some reason, the hair is not included. Did I lock? No. Everything should be fine, but for some reason, the rim effect is not working on the hair. That's just something that I noticed about Grease Pencil, by the way. Or maybe it's because it's in overlay. And try adding it. Yeah, it's the hair really is not included for some reason. Which is weird, but I'm going to have to go with it. I'm actually gonna get rid of the other rim effect here. But yeah, that's great. Now I'm gonna go to Gregor and add some shading to Gregor here. And I'm gonna go to here, lock all the other layers here. I'm gonna add shading. So yeah, Night Owl Games. Can you actually hear? Are you actually watching the live stream with audio right now? Because that would be amazing. That would be amazing, considering that you're at work right now, in the office, and you're actually getting away with watching a live stream. while working. You are doomed. Anyways, I'm gonna go add a shadow material and just check fill here for the black. And Scared Flyer, I'm pretty sure is busy with work as well. And by work, I mean Apex Legends. Pretty sure Apex Legends. Pretty sure that Scared Flyer is in Apex Legends right now. Pretty sure. Scared Flyer, please confirm. Yep. Really important job Scared Flyer has right now. Getting some squad wipes. I really do want to play Apex Legends again. So I'm just gonna add shading around the face right there. It's gonna cover the whole face. Let's go back to like this view right here. That's gonna cover the whole face because we're gonna have to set up some mask here and use fill, and then reduce the opacity, and that does what we want. Excuse me. See, now he's flexing his 10 kills. Just you wait, Scared Flyer. I'll be playing Apex Legends soon as well. And be live streaming it here on Twitch probably. We'll see. Once I build that PC, which is actually a very important milestone for this year, because it's also very important for the project, because the future of the project like relies a lot on me being able to buy a PC this year. If I can't buy a PC this year or build a nice, decent PC, I just cannot continue with the underlying project. But since the future is bright in the PC aspect, that's something that you guys don't have to worry about, because I'll be able to build that PC definitely by the end of this month, hopefully. Yes, thank you. Yeah, you're probably gonna be part of that live stream, Scared Flyer. I'm not sure though. I mean, if you're there, if you're available, if you want to be in it. But yeah, I'm planning to play like around 10 a.m. here, PHT, after some live streams on the Underland project. I plan to also live stream games. But yeah, only after I'm able to buy the PC. So I'm just gonna go. What is happening here? Nothing's working. The pen is not working anymore. Something's not right. Something's not right here. Oh no. Oh no. That's not the TikTok. It's not working because I drew it on the the wrong. Dang. Go to draw mode. Yeah, it's putting the layer on this 3D cursor, so it's like about right here, like the shading that I did a while ago. So we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to redo stuff here. Now that I set it to origin, it should draw right on. Let me get this. Yeah, right on, like straight with the other. Because if I set like the stroke placement to origin, it would put like the stroke, like everything that I draw, it would put it straight on the origin of this object, like at this orange point right there. So let's do that again. Just shade the whole part of the face right here. And probably not the whole part of the face, because I want to keep like that nice shading on the ears. Like so. And there should be some shade at the back of the ear here. And then the rest of the neck and the back of the hair right here. We'll have some shading. So this is just some really quick and dirty shading that I'm doing here. Nothing too fancy. Which is something that actually is fine when into the animation, because having to animate shadow as well is just a big pain in an animator's butt, I think. Or, you know, if you're like patient and you really want to deliver really nice animations, then you're going to have to do it if you're an animator. I'll have to put the shadow below here for the shirt. I'm gonna try setting this to overlay if I have it. If there's a blend mode for overlay here, which is they don't. Could be hard light. Yeah, hard light could be it. I have to reduce it by a lot though. Yeah, hard light is probably not a good idea. I'm just gonna go with regular. Set it to 0.3 again. A new Resident Evil game. You're gonna play that? I'm pretty sure you can. You can survive that scary flyer since you played that horror game in a hotel. I forgot the name. Markiplier also played it. In the Darkness of Night, I think was the name of that game. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Dead of Night. There you go. Dead of Night. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna be shading this part because this is behind the lights. I'm also gonna be shading below the arm right here. And just do the rest of that right there. This is gonna be most likely not gonna be visible on the camera. Let me just add like a bit of a like that, yeah, crease, close crease shadow, which is something that I'm not sure if it's the right creasing. Doing some shading for the creases is just something that I'm really weak at. It's just gonna look like Gregor's been slashed on the back. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just commit to it, I guess. This is not looking great, or maybe it will. I don't know. Okay. I think we're done with the shading for Gregor. Now we need to shade the fireflies, but that's probably something I'm gonna be doing off recording, because I'm just gonna be doing the same things, adding a shading layer and then shading each of this. It's gonna be a tedious task. I'm gonna do that off recording, but yeah, I already showed you how it can be done, and it can be done in the Blender's grease pencil. I'm also gonna be doing some shading on the boat, but yeah, I think that's all for now. If I look at this on the rendered mode, you can see it looks great right there. I'm probably going to have to add like one big light somewhere right here. Let's just add something like that. Probably a point lamp right there. I'm gonna try setting this to about 100,000. Right, like so. Move that back here. Make this probably bluish and darker. So I'm gonna go just so we have that there. There's also a huge possibility that I'm gonna be adding a cave like structure there, but as much as possible I don't really wanna. I'm gonna try 50,000. Make this bit, bring that back a bit there, set the radius by a lot, maybe 10 meters. That doesn't help in. I can probably just move it. Wait. Oh no, I lost the light. It's probably this one, the last one. Yep. I'm just gonna bring it really high up there. This is just to add like a bit of a accent on the background, I guess. But one of the things that I want to do is add like a bloom or volumetric action going on here, which is something that I can show you right now because this is real time. And I just have to go to world here, and I'm gonna add a shader, a principled volume shader. I'm gonna add that to the volume, and that should add that right away. I'm just gonna reduce the density to 0.1, maybe more, 0.001, and I probably need to put this behind or like on the butt right there so that it glows right there. Same goes here. So now, as you can see, it's got a nice glow, like volumetric kind of thing going on there. And that is looking really nice. There's like a bloom effect that's happening here because it's... but the bloom right here doesn't work for grease pencil objects. Even if I turn it on. That could add bloom to the water though, because the water is 3D. Yes, you can see. Now, it looks nice. It looks like there's an atmosphere, like an environment, like a huge, vast environment behind our fireflies here. It doesn't look like just black background. If I turn off this volume shader here, it's just black. Just adding that really adds a lot to it, and since it's in 3D and it covers like everything, like the whole world, even if I move the camera, you can see that it looks nice. Just don't go, too far, because our illusion is gonna be broken. So I guess one last thing I'm gonna do is adding a nice sheen to the fireflies' eyes here. That's the only thing I'm gonna do for the lighting and shading for the fireflies. All of the other shading is gonna be off camera. I'm gonna put the specular. Make this, I call this specular. And I'm going to add a specular. I'm gonna add a new material here. Maybe I can use the glow material right there. Yeah. I'm just gonna use the glow material. No, because I'm gonna be animating that. Yeah. Let's just get that material again. Should be, yeah, right here. And specular. And then I'm gonna add that as fill. Make that yellowish. And then we can just go and add a new layer, specular. I need to set the mask to all of the fills. So fill fofo, fill fofo wings, fill fofo back. So if you watch, if you read the book, you know why I call photos glow fofo. Yes, Fireflies loves cake. And if the Underline Chronicles become famous, that Fireflies liking cake is going to be like a meme. Pretty sure. But yeah. Specular fofo. Make sure the material is chosen here. We're choosing the specular fofo. I'm gonna add. Well, first I will need to select fofo line here. Shift S cursor to selected to put the cursor right on there. Shift S cursor to selected. Oh, apparently it's not putting the Shift S cursor to selected on one of the points there near the eyes, and I'm just gonna set the origin to the 3D cursor. So that's one thing that I don't want to forget doing, because we might end up redoing stuff if we do forget that. I'm gonna go back to 2D animation, go back to front view. I'm going to have to. Oh boy, where am I? It's so dark. We're so zoomed in here. So yeah, just gonna draw some specular highlights. We'll make sure we're drawing on the right layer. So Fofo, because Boots is a baby, and she can't pronounce Photo's Glow Glow, which is the name of this firefly right here. This firefly's name is Photo's Glow Glow, and Boots, the 2-year-old baby, cannot say Photo's Glow Glow. So she's just calling Photo's Glow Glow Fofo. So there you have it. But Photo's Glow Glow does not like that. He doesn't want to be called Fofo. And they don't care if Boots is a baby. He just doesn't want to be called Photo's Glow Glow. I mean Fofo. Because it has to be Photo's Glow Glow. So I'm just gonna set this to add and then reduce the opacity. Probably regular is better. The same effect, but oh well. Maybe it's better if I don't have these guys right here. Just one sheen. Like so. Like that. Maybe just a little bit right there on the side. I don't know, that other one is kind of distracting though. Maybe a circle, like a small circle. Small circle right there. Ah, I don't know. Something's off about it. I'm gonna try adding a rim. A rim effect. Rim effect. For all of them. Which doesn't seem to be working for all of them. Oh wait, it does. Okay, never mind. Let me just move it like below, and I will need to like blur this. So I'm gonna set the samples to 10 again. Blur this. Maybe about 500 pixels blur. Just so we have like a nice shading on the face there. There you go. I actually don't think I have to shade that more, but I have to. Just to add. But yeah. I will need to shade this. So one last thing. We're done with the I'm just gonna settle with that kind of specular highlights for Fofo's eyes. I'm gonna go to Zap next. So specular, Zap. I'm gonna tab to edit mode here. Shift S cursor to selected. Make sure I lock all the other layers so I don't accidentally draw on them. And I'm just gonna draw a quick specular highlight on the eyes of Zap here. So just something like this might do. Reduce the specular the opacity of that by a lot. There you have it. That looks nice. And I probably need to add like specular highlights for a lot of things here. But for now, I'm gonna settle with that. That looks nice. I like the glow of the butt there. It's coming together nicely here. Yeah, that's it for lighting and shading. I think I'm gonna be doing the rest of the lighting and shading off camera. I guess one of the other things that I can do is add a rim effect for the boat as well. So just to quickly add shading to it. Something like that. I'm also gonna blur it by 500. And set the samples to 10. And there you go. I just have to add shading on this part right here, make it darker. And that's gonna work real fine. But yeah, I think that's all for this stream. I've shown you how I do some lighting and shading in the grease pencil and 2D animation. This can be a 2D animation if I want to, if I'm not lazy to like really animate them. But this is it for now. A comic cinematic. It's actually a great practice for me because I'm planning to like make comics using this kind of method, but they're not gonna be in motion. I just plan to like draw like this and have like, it's just easy for me. It's gonna be a nice workflow because I do wanna publish an original story as a comic, which is something that you're gonna have to look out for in the future. But for now, that's all. Thank you so much to Night Owl Games and to Scared Flyer for being on the Twitch live stream. Also, thanks to you who watched this on YouTube and reached this point. Say fofo in the comments if you did. But, and yeah, what else? Nothing else, just as a thank you to the people who supported me through KoFi, to Handsomeness, Jubin, yaejinssi, Erick Madrigal, to Elizabeth Munie, to Magnolia Weathershield, to ZQ Star, to Jane, Night Owl Games, thanks for the support, and Tristan Wintle, and of course Mbuddy, Scared Flyer, a huge thank you as well, and GulliermoGage. They supported me through code-free.com/Doodlenose Productions, and you can also support me there if you want to help me in my endeavors. And yeah, I think that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I do hope I've shared enough knowledge for you guys on this part. Follow Doodlenose Productions everywhere on the internet. And yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. My name is MJ Vilches, and yeah. See you on the next part, which will be on Thursday, or you'll see it when it happens. Bye.